19 anos sin ver a mi hijo. Y finalmente lo pedí ayuda. My name is Isabel, and my life has been a whirlwind of emotions since I was 18 years old. I got married young. In love with a man who I thought would be my companion forever. But fate had other plans. Shortly after the wedding, an accident at the factory where I worked tore him away from me. I was left alone. In a big and quiet house, with news that would change my life forever, I was pregnant. The months of mourning mixed with the expectation of maternity. My son, Alvaro, was born in the middle of my sadness, and from that moment he became the center of my world. I did not have a close family, my parents had died years ago, and we had moved to a town in Andalusia, where he had a stable job. The house was spacious, with large windows and an orange garden that in spring perfumed all the air. But inside those walls, there were only the two of us. Mother and son. Inseparable. Since I was little, Alvaro slept with me. At first because I was terrified of loneliness, then because he got used to my presence. Over the years, the habit became routine. And when I realized it, my child had become a young 19-year-old, strong and tall, while I, at 38, still kept the slender figure of my youth, although with new curves, marked by the years. That particular night, I will always remember it. I woke up early, before him. The moonlight entered through the window, illuminating his serene face. At that moment, I felt a chill running down my back. Something had changed in me. It was not only the protective look of my mother, but something else, something that scared me. I got up carefully, slipped my bare feet through the carpet and walked towards the mirror of the player. The white silk robe darkened my figure, revealing the tan skin of my legs. I looked at myself carefully. When was the last time a man looked at me that way? I whispered to myself. Isabel, what's wrong with you? I took a deep breath and went back to bed. It must have been just a fleeting thought. A confusion. Nothing more. But deep down, I knew that was just the beginning of something that could not stop. The days passed and although I tried to ignore it, the feeling did not disappear. I repeated over and over again that they were just silly thoughts, but every time I looked at Alvaro, I felt that something in me was awakening. One particularly hot night, while the dry wind of Andalusia blew among the oranges, I decided to take a bath before going to bed. I went into the shower and let the water slip through my skin. The steam filled the bathroom, wrapping me in a warm mist. I took my time, massaging my shoulders, relaxing after a tiring day. Suddenly, I heard a noise. The bathroom door was not completely closed. I turned slowly, with my heart beating in my chest. Among the steam, I distinguished a shadow at the door. Alvaro, Mom, his voice was soft, as if he did not know whether to speak or not. Alvaro, honey, what's wrong? The soft glow of the bathroom light cast a gentle radiance on his face, and for an instant, I felt as though I glimpsed something in his eyes that had eluded my attention until now. At last. He pivoted and made his way to his room. I rose to my feet, sensing the warmth enveloping me not just from the bathroom, but from an additional source. A sensation that coursed through my skin like a jolt of electricity. I stepped back into the room, my hair damp and my skin still radiating warmth from the water. I reclined in bed, and soon after. Each night resonated with the shadows of the one before, yet carried a weightier tension than its predecessor. Throughout the day, everything appeared to be just as it should be. Alvaro departed early for college, while I maintained my usual routine at home and work. We gathered for dinner, engaging in light conversation and sharing laughter like a mother and son. However, I was aware it held no significance. I experienced it as well. In a moment of spontaneity, I softly turned and brushed my hand through his hair, reminiscent of the tender gestures from my childhood. A straightforward act, yet in that instant, it held far greater significance. He remained in place. Instead, he released a sigh and moved a bit nearer. We lingered in the shadows,